Why are women finding it more and more difficult nowadays to find a man that will marry them? Well, the first factor is quite simple. There is simply a lack of wifey mentalities and values amongst the current climate of modern women. Women frown upon and even stigmatize the traditional gender roles that were conventionally associated with being a wife, such as the stereotypical cooking and cleaning, the being submissive, being respectable, being feminine, and carrying themselves with class and integrity, as well as respecting their husband's wishes. You even hear stupid nonsensical shit today, such as, I'm not doing wifey shit for a man that's not my husband. Then you look at the fact that their priorities are out of whack, such as seeking validation and attention from strangers on social media for social media clout, and prioritizing getting their degrees and their careers over settling down and starting a family at the peak of their sexual market value. Then you have the unrealistic expectations, the Disney fantasy fairy tale, the happily ever after, the soulmates, the one, believing that love should be as idealistic as it is in their heads, and at the first sign of trouble or at the reality of it not being that, they think the grass is greener on the other side and they leave because they think they have an abundance of options. In reality, they don't. The delusion and entitlement, believing that they deserve the world when they've done nothing to deserve the world, and believing that they are the ones who have to settle when they themselves are a settlement, especially if they're relatively unattractive, overweight, have kids, or are over the age of 27. The ignorance of male desires, such as men preferring neoteny, youth, a healthy BMI, and a beautiful waist-to-hip ratio, as well as femininity, agreeableness, compassion, politeness, loyalty, low neuroticism, and high sexual selectivity. Most modern women simply don't demonstrate conducive interdependent behaviors or attitudes, and are not the women that men will want to settle down, start, and build a family with.
Any one of you beautiful girls can go out there and get Joe Schmo tomorrow, and he'll be as loyal as you could ever hope for. He'll give you his phone password. He'd never talk to another girl. He'll get down on one knee in a few months and start begging, please marry me like a little punk. Instead, you're gonna be rolling in a Lambo with some dude, and 6 months into the relationship, you'll be like, what do you think of marriage? He'll be like, don't believe in marriage. And you'll be like, congrats, by the way. You'll be like, okay, where are we going tonight? And you're gonna go and have your fucking nice night. So that's your choice, and that's your choice, which is biologically driven. And the sooner you look in the mirror and understand that your biology is speaking to you to accept certain things, the sooner you can accept them and be a happier individual.
How they started finding my motherfucking mom's social media, sending me a video of me sucking my ex's dick. Like, bitch, and you know what? I couldn't even respond to my mom. I was literally like, I don't even know what to say. I literally was looking at that text message crying.
We need some God.
I think every girl needs to watch this clip. Yeah. This is great.
Crying. Never in my life thought my mom would have to see me sucking dick. But guess what? Because I was a boss ass bitch, I became a felon. What I do? I owe money. So I started
hug your limits. Don't have a video of you sucking
I looked
dick.
up, my oldest sister was a stripper. I always thought stripping was the most disgusting thing. What did I end up having to do? Becoming a stripper. Why? Because I put myself in debt, thinking I'm a boss ass bitch, not listening to my mom. That's what put me in debt. Not listening to my mom, staying the fuck home and being smart.
This is what OnlyFans sounds like.
Okay.
Yo! You know what? I like that rant because honestly, real talk, like more girls need to listen to that. I think that was solid. Learn from her mistakes.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm lost. Okay.
All right.
It's like how Addison mentioned before with the pumpkin that in that picture it said no gender or gender's over.
Gender's over, yeah.
Gender's over. Well, I believe in gender. And to deny that there's a difference, to say gender's over is radical stuff that should not be taught to third graders. That's dangerous. And if you extrapolate and continue on, then it leads to to gender neutral bathrooms, which they're doing at the school district next to us. And they're doing that throughout the country, and gender neutral bathrooms and locker rooms. And that's just not safe. That is a dangerous situation to keep them combined in the same space.
Yeah. How do you feel about the gender-neutral bathrooms and locker rooms?
Yeah, well, I agree with my fellow Matt over here. Loudoun County is a famous case that the Daily Wire we helped uncover. There was a gender non-conforming boy in a dress who went into a girl's restroom and violently raped a young girl. After that happened, that's when the school district decided, oh, you know what? Now we're going to open up the restrooms and invite the boys in with the girls. Now, here's what happens. Because we hear a lot about, well, gender nonconforming people, transgender people, it makes them feel bad if they're not given access to the bathrooms they want. Well, okay, so they have their feelings. What about the feelings of the girls who are getting raped? There are many girls and many women who are speaking out and saying, we want privacy in our facilities. We don't want a man in the bathroom with us And then what we hear
Both
from
people
what we hear
want
from this
privacy
side,
in the bathroom.
what we hear from this side.
I did not
is,
say that we want open bathrooms where anyone can go in.
What we hear from this side is that, well, their feelings don't matter. We're not going. Who cares? You just have to deal with it, right? Because the transgender people, the gender nonconforming people, it's their feelings that take priority.
I'm not trying to minimize your concern around it, but I don't know that it's a safety issue. You usually still have another bathroom that you can go to.
It's a security issue. My daughter would not feel safe or secure if she had to share a bathroom or a gender-neutral locker room with boys.
But I'm still going on other dates with other people.
I think this is an age thing. It's got to be an age thing. A young man with the ego of, yeah, let the best man win. Because I tell you what, anybody that's emotionally mature, anybody that knows their value and their worth, they're not competing. They are not competing because they've been through too much. They've had their heart broke too much. They've seen what it's like to be on the other side of the I'm going to date multiple people, and they've made a choice and made a decision and said, no, if you can't see my value and you can't see my worth, it ain't worth it for me. I'd rather have peace in my life than compete with other people. Remember that.
Bruh, nowadays, if you catch your female cheating on you and you ask her why the fuck she did it, she'll give you a reason, but it's like it's either your fault or she'll say some stupid shit like, oh, I'm sorry, it's because my dad's a piece of shit. Or like, my dad wasn't there for me. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Ladies, if you're in a relationship, there's 3 different levels of curving men, and they all are a direct reflection of how you feel about your boyfriend. Number 1, you're flirting back. You clearly don't want your boyfriend, you just don't have the guts to break up with him, or whatever it is. Number 2, you like curve the guy, but like you're shy and timid about it. To us, this is like, I don't give you everything that you want, but like you don't want to seem unloyal, so like you would entertain this man if you were single, but like because I'm your boyfriend, you're just like, oh, sorry, no thanks. Like, but you would want to. You're flattered that he's hitting on you. And the third most important one is like being rude, being firm, disrespectful. You don't care about how his feelings are. You care about your boyfriend's feelings. That one shows that that man is like fucking crazy for even trying to hit on you. Like your boyfriend gives you everything you want. That man could never be the combination of things your boyfriend is, and he could never compete. You found what you want.
You see all them stories and them posts that girl you used to see is putting on social media. She wants you to see them and have a bad reaction to them. That's the only reason she's doing it. And when you take that power away by muting the story or going ghost, you have won. But by the time you've improved yourself, you won't care about winning. You're on to the next one. For more tips to keep you on top of your game with girls, click the plus.
Essentially, cheating starts with a series of justifications. Regular flirtation with other people because, well, you deserve it. And it's harmless fun. The crush on the coworker, more harmless fun. Nothing's gonna happen there. It's okay. These and other such behaviors lead them to thinking of specific other people. It might be somebody from their past. It might be that coworker. But the point is, they have a partner, but they're thinking of somebody else regularly. Once they've pulled all these justifications out of their toolbox, it really is just a matter of time. They've convinced themselves that it's harmless, they deserve it, and this has led them to basically acting single when you're not around for so long, it just feels natural. They live in that world of justifications, and each wrong step they take, they pull a justification out of the toolbox. They know how to fix that in their mind. They're okay. They're not doing anything really wrong. They deserve this. So no, if you pick up on the flirtation, the coworker crush, any of these little telltale signs that they're single when you're not around, it's just a matter of time.
You said, shouldn't men protect us?
Yes.
So that therefore, you feel like you're entitled to safety, when throughout all of human history, nobody was entitled to safety. No one.
I think men, as what they want to be known, they want to be known as protectors. So I don't understand.
Men want to be known as protectors to their women.
Yeah,
not women they don't know. So you are single. You've chosen not to get with a man.
Yeah.
So why are you entitled to protection from men that don't know you